Hello, Recreate7, and welcome to a brand new game, a Strategic Command American Civil War. We are going to be a brand new playthrough. So for anyone unfamiliar with the Strategic Command series, they are a grand strategy, hex-based, turn-based war game. They have done First World War, War in Europe for World War II, and then the entirety of the World War II. A well-established presence in the field. And this is their latest foray, and they're having a look at the American Civil War. And I think it's going to be a very interesting take to see how their engine translates into Civil War combat. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be diving in. We are going to be doing the single player. We're going to kick off with the full campaign. Because why not, right? We'll start all the way back in 1861. There are other options. You can jump slightly later into the action, or there's also a couple of alternative history ones where this is one where the British get involved after the Trent incident. So there's a few different bits and pieces you can play around with. We're going to go in for the full shebang, as it were, the blue and grey. So how do we win? Well, it finished the Civil War essentially. So either you break their fighting spirit, which we'll talk about later, or you can get a minor victory as long as you hold your capital and 3 of these key cities, and all the Confederates have to do is hold 3 of these cities. There we go. The campaign. We are going to be playing as a Union. So this was put to a poll on YouTube, and the Union won. About 2-1 votes came in favour of the Union. So we have less rebel sympathisers than we might have garnered, especially with my Confederate playthrough of Roll the Waves. But the South might have a little bit more support, but there we go. So it does note there are obviously potential other actors at play. So the Europeans can come in on the Confederate side, which is there, and apparently Mexico can come in on our side. We're just going to play straight up in normal difficulty, because this is essentially about the first time we opened the game. So yeah, we'll not make things harder for ourselves just yet. We're keeping all this stuff the same. I don't think there's any issues around here. Lots of bits and pieces you can tweak. Don't think there's... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I wonder if that's in all the games. I'd not noticed that before. There it is. That would have been useful in our World War I playthrough where we just ran out of time. Okay, we'll leave it anyway. All default stuff first time round. Let's just go. One thing I do know about this, because I've seen bits and pieces, is that the map is massive. Got corner. They bombarded Fort Sumter. They started it. Okay, Virginia has seceded. We voted against... Maryland votes against secession. Thank you, Maryland. There's a bit of a riot in Baltimore. 75,000 volunteers and a blockade. Okay. At present, many of the border states have not yet joined the war. In the coming terms, you can expect the secession of Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina. Situations in Missouri and Kentucky are less certain and can be influenced by diplomatic investment, events, and invasion. Victory in this war will depend on your ability to maintain the public's fighting spirit. It's important to capture as much ground as possible, especially locations marked FS objective. Go read a strategy guide first time. So, anyone familiar with Strategic Command, this has previously been called National Morale, and essentially was in the vast majority of cases was how you won the war, which you just broke down over several years the enemy's kind of national morale, especially in the maybe less so in the World War II ones, but very prevalent in the World War I ones. And it's been slightly renamed, but looks to be the same mechanic. Mr. President, the enlistment of tens of thousands of volunteers has placed unprecedented demand on our arsenals, and our quartermasters have reported or are reporting that a shortage of weapons is imminent. Pre-war stocks are depleted. While in the long term, we expect increased production at facilities in Springfield, Mobilizing these resources will take time. To alleviate these shortages, our quartermasters have begun sourcing weapons and ammunition from markets in Europe. For the next 10 turns, you'll receive 200 MPPs each turn as this equipment reaches our shores. The MPPs are the generic currency in Strategic Command, which is obviously an abstraction of lots and lots and lots of things, because you use them for diplomacy, use them for research, use them for buying new units. They are, yeah, and they're all interchangeable, so it's just all, yeah, abstracted that way. The state of Missouri is deeply divided. Although much of the state's population seeks to remain neutral, Governor Jackson sympathizes with the rebel cause and may attempt to take his state out of the Union. In order to prevent Missouri's secession, we can order federal forces into the state to secure the St. Louis arsenal and then crush militias. This would ensure that Missouri joins the Union following the occupation of Jefferson City, although our bold action will surely cause some alarm in the neutral state of Kentucky. If we keep our forces out of Missouri, the state will remain neutral until the state government votes on the issue or if it is invaded. As long as it remains neutral, we also receive grain shipments worth half of the state's MPPs each turn. Interesting. What happened in real life? Seizing St. Louis Arsenal and occupying Missouri is the only way to guarantee the state will never secede and join the Confederacy. It is generally recommended you say yes. Okay. If you say no, they'll swing towards the Union. And after that, Missouri will secede and join Confederacy only if it is ever more than 0% pro-Confederate. Ben points in it. From 1861st July 1861, so not that far away, Missouri will drift towards the Union and can be expected to join the Union towards the end of the year upon reaching 100% mobilization. Alright. Saying no will also create a convoy route between Jefferson City and Chicago. Historically, they did seize it. I mean, it's saying you recommend you say yes, but actually, I feel like they would have to invest an awful lot to swing it more than 0%. And we still get MPP generation from it. Okay, can I look at my map? I can look at the map. We'll do a lot more looking at map later. So, but, okay, I see. It is a bit in the way between our kind of Eastern Theatre, although not the East. I know my compass. Hey, Zai, how's it going? Good to see you. This slither of Western Theatre. Kansas, and then, okay, and then you've got the actual Western right here in the territories. Do you know what? I think we're going to say no. I think we're going to keep diplomacy, let it generate some resources for us. And we can keep an eye and see if it's drifting. Alright. Maintain the status quo. Before the beginning of the rebellion, most of our small army was stationed at various forts across the Western Territories. Most of these garrisons are located in areas far from the rebel states and thus will play no part in the war. Those located in Indian Territory are under direct threat from militias operating from Texas. In order to prevent the likely destruction of these garrisons, we can evacuate them to Fort Leavenworth with the help of local Indian warrior Black Beaver. This safety, although the rebels will surely capture Forts Cobb and Washita, and make the Indian tribes much more likely to side with them. Alternatively, if we order the garrisons to maintain their positions, we have a better chance to control the Indian territory, and maybe we'll secure the help of some of the resident tribes. Note that if you order the garrisons to remain, it will not be possible to move them until the Indian tribes have joined, and they will require reinforcement to hold for any length of time afterwards. Here's Fort Wichita. Presumably out here somewhere. Fort Crag. Barkley. Where am I? I don't know where this is. Oh, hang on. This is where my poor American geography is going to bite my bum. Is it these ones? It's literally highlighted for me. Yeah, okay. Well done, Requin. Okay. We can try and turn some of these in as well. Let's stay put. Let's fight this one. Would you like to order evacuation? No, we shall hold fast. Take that. Oh, wow, 2. Yes, you need supplies. Oh, and we have some new brigades. Well, let's go over... to our capital, where I think we're going to deploy all three of these since we have nobody there. Create it in the city itself, and we'll drop one just on a train line behind. Okay. Decision's done. Lots of stuff going on. So these guys have just deployed, just can't do anything, so we probably don't have too much to do in our first turn. What units have we got? Well, we can use this little next cell to have a look at them. Got someone in Denver. Also, what do you call it? Fighting spirit objective. And the right zoom level, okay. Where are we going to be fighting people? Down here. Better Arizona. Alright, well, let's move you down there. I want a quick check. Of... Yeah, okay, there's no partisans over here. That's fine. I know there's some elsewhere. These dudes are partisan tiles. You're going to keep them... Well, that's an odd one. Middle of nowhere. Ah, okay. Usually you see them on specific cities that you've got to keep occupied to keep them down. You don't often see them out in the middle of nowhere. Right, can we start off back at that unit again? Ships. No, because apparently I've clicked on them. We're in here. Over here, sorry. Why have I lost you? Because you're over here. Jeez, I'll get there eventually, right. I want you to head down. I don't know if you get as far as Santa Fe, but that would be handy. Let's head down this way. Watch march. Good lad. Okay, we've got Fort Wichita. Can we reinforce you already? Yes. Yeah, get you up to 5. Okay, that seems useful. You hold fire. You're absolutely just going to have to hold fire there as well. Fort Leavenworth. Again. Yeah, we're going to want to move down. Also with these boys. Walk down, that's fine. What's the supply like here? Not bad actually. Fort's giving a good supply bonus. I do believe the Osage will come in on our side. Just move some troops down. Can't cross just yet. Okay, I'll move some cavalry down. Right, so you guys are faced off against Missouri, which we don't need you to do now anymore, actually. You can come down and get ready to go potentially into Kentucky. When it becomes, hopefully, pro-Union. Are you really a strength 10? I was going to say I thought he was a rating 10, no, rating 3. That's a bit more expected. Okay. Gibson, Fort Baxter, you stay. There we are, Quincy. Quincy, Illinois. I mean, I don't need to push into Missouri now. So I guess just head south. I don't feel the need to hold things back here. I don't think we're going to make mad naval invasions up the river. You're going to hang about in Cairo for just now. Oh, there is no bridge here. I have to go across at Golconda. That could be tricky. Unless we sit there with a naval, an amphibious transport. What would that cost? 16. Okay, I think we'll do that and try and get into Paducah. I want to get some boats down to protect them before I put them on the water. Alright, that's all my land units for just now. Boats. Where are all my boats? a frigate down here is doing a whole bunch of not very much. We want to start disrupting these routes. What else we got? Okay, we've got a couple of gunboats over here. Definitely had some more kicking about. Got some up, 2 frigates up near Boston. Actually, they'll sail south. Coast Taste. Gunboat there. And a gunboat in Lake Erie. Well, I'm going to bring you down the river, so that's fine. Alright, I'll head you over this direction. Let's just go into your sail mode so you can cover the ground, and off you go. Get you in amongst here, helping to blockade. Hello. Naval units, please. Well, let's get you moving as fast as you can up here. You guys, as fast as you can. Truth are needed in the south. Okay. Right, we've got some lovely maps. Okay, so showing all the various Indian nations, bits we control, Confederates, all the lovely. Okay, interesting. Right, let's have a look at our research. How are we doing? Have a whole bunch we can push into it. Okay, got 185 points left. Also start looking at things like diplomacy. So hopefully those two will drift naturally. Could try and nab some of these tribes. I think we're probably going to start with research. So, everything in this column, you have to research it and then pay to upgrade it on whatever unit or specific unit. And in this column are all applied automatically. Not something I realized until I read the manual. Okay, things are important. Organization, infantry tactics is always important, but I would like scouts. Absolutely, because the infantry at the minute have a visibility of 1 hex. It means you're forever running into people, and when you run into people, they get the attack, and that hurts. And the Confederate fighting spread is only 87%. Ours is at 100. Okay. And I think we're done for the first turn. Bit of a slow setup, but there we go. Arkansas has gone. As does Tennessee. Okay. As does North Carolina. Benjamin Butler's armored train helps quell unrest in Baltimore. That's one way of doing it. Oh, I actually get an armored train. Nice. Missouri sends us grain. And the Confederates organize. Okay. Lots of points to spend. Confederates get to go. Great Britain extends belligerent status to Confederacy in response to the blockade. Okay. Don't really know what belligerent status is. I guess it's a step on diplomatic recognition. Oh, more of it. Capturing New Orleans would improve our chances of defeating the Southern Rebellion. Some of our commanders proposing that we send an amphibious force up the river to occupy the city. While our coastal gunboats are capable of sailing into the Mississippi directly from the Gulf of Mexico, a greater logistical effort will be required to deploy more powerful rivercraft, particularly river ironclads in southern Mississippi. Should you wish to send such warships up the river, the Navy asks that you move them to... Oh yeah, we know this, okay. So this is telling you about this little arrow. These little arrows, you can fast move between places, which we'll look at in a minute. Okay, New Orleans is very vulnerable. In the event our gunboats are able to sail up the river to a marked location of the city's edge, these defences within range of our guns. While our analysis is still determining the likely effect, likely the flooding of New Orleans will have a catastrophic effect upon the strength of a city's garrison. Unfortunately, the effect of such attack would only be temporary. If they don't move to occupy the city, rebels would surely reinforce. Fine, bombard the city, then invade. Gotcha. You only get one chance at it. Understood. There. Okay, we have the Minnesota. And one brigade. Probably put in Maryland, because we don't have many. So we don't have many troops, frankly, anywhere. Yeah, I want someone kind of on the Shenandoah side of things. Let's pop you here. We can advance. Tentatively. Okay, well, he'll take Alexandria then. Hello, Reps. Where are you? I'm all the way down here and threaten Fredericksburg? Seems bold. Let's stick on the railway line. Okay. Take that. Huzzah. Move our armored train down behind us to provide support. Feeling like I've already overextended myself. One turn into the war. Nothing else. Hopefully they'll bump into us and we'll get first attacks. Interesting. I don't know where the Confederates are. Okay. Otherwise, from land forces, we're moving these guys down towards Cairo. Help out with Kansas. And we are pushing south with these guys. But we can't cross the border yet, apparently. Oh, it's just Indian territory. Fine. And that's out to 3 turns. I want more troops out here. Potentially. How do I get troops out to? Perhaps I don't. Turns to Denver. Okay. Yeah, let's maybe send one of these garrison units over. Strengthen that side a little bit and we'll deal with got here. You know, maybe not leave Fort Baxter wide open. Pro move. I don't. You guys have to just stay put. That's fine. Oh, you're with them. I'd love to be able to send you over here, but that's a long way away. Much the force march you. Not really worth it. And the railway doesn't go that far. Well, send you down here then. In Colorado, I want you to keep going south. Force march again, and then we'll maybe stop doing that because it's knackering your. You can see here, readiness morale suffer greatly when you do that. Which in turn means your combat abilities suffer. Not things you generally want. Okay. Navies, hello, where does it put you? Here. Like to come north. Okay. One there. Let's pull out 1 hex and then can I get you to raid? Stay there, please. Okay, that's that one blockaded. Rest of our navies are all the way out here. Got a zoom level, I think. And one of you in towards Norfolk. Second one is going to come down towards, was that Elizabeth something or other? Elizabeth City. We'll get that route as well. Okay. 1,000 MPP, that's a lot. I'm going to want some units. Let's get the Doubleday Division. And then I do like the idea of doing some amphibious stuff. That sounds fun. Oh, I would also quite like a balloon. Let's get a balloon. I like being able to see. With the 500 left, I want to put more into research. There's lots of stuff we want here. Right, infantry tactics just make your guys fight better. Interestingly, this one applies, it gives you a bigger benefit of a larger unit. So corps then benefit better than divisions, divisions benefit more than. Interesting little scaling there. Some ironclads, armored trains, fort modernization. Each new level of fort modernization increases the ironclad attack value and the landing force defense value of forts. That might be an interesting one to grab. Up is out west. Equipment is always good. Already doing spying, logistics, and well, you want to put more. I should have put more into industrial because you want that going all the time. Let's go infantry tactics, or is this action range and new limit of HQ? HQs only start with 3 units they can add a bonus to. So I haven't done any diplomacy yet. It's a good start. Okay, Fort Monroe on the tip of the Virginia Peninsula is the only remaining part of Virginia that has not fallen under rebel control. As it's strategically located to overlook both the James River and the Chesapeake Bay, we must ensure we maintain control of this asset. To reinforce it, I propose we send Major General Benjamin Butler and a brigade of volunteers. Cost you 25 MPP? Yeah, let's do that. Ah, perfect. Pro-Union Missouri Volunteers. Excellent. Oh, wow. General George McClellan takes command of the Department of Ohio. This is good. Kentucky is neutral, right? Hello. Haha. Joys of the surprise attack thing. Culture looking supply. Okay, there. In Richmond, they get a fighting spirit bonus for every turn that they hold on to it. Okay. New stuff, right? Banks. I'm going to put you. Interesting. There's a pretty horrible mountain range here, so if we did kind of try and push in this direction, only so far we could go. Otherwise, I could swing these guys through, and they could be my kind of Shenandoah force to get him to reinforce. Which I think the better plan. So I'll put you up here. Frigates. Really the only place I can put them. That's probably where they were built, so it kind of makes sense. Put you here. Another frigate. Oh, down here, okay. And a timberclad in Cincinnati. Oh good, you can come down here and help me protect Cairo. And 1 brigade. Now if I'm going to strip these 3 off McClellan, probably do need someone helping to defend Cincinnati and Evansville. But here looks very dodgy. I promise I'll put some stuff over here soon. We have a lot more troops down here than I particularly... Well, I can send some of these guys over, actually. Why don't you head in this general direction? Maybe get you to Cincinnati. A railway line I can use. Get somewhere. Yeah, if I can get you onto this, I should be able to move you next turn. I'll get you into Evansville. Again, you should be able to use the railway next turn. So they can be like a little bit of defense. And we can have our horse and our brigade here across the river. Head for Hopkinsville. And we'll get these guys to go over. I suppose we want to head for Frankfurt, so there's the best crossing. All 3 of you? Yeah, let's move all 3 of you this way. Okay. Get you into position. Guys, fine, you can go now. Okay. Charleston is undefended. I can come at Shenandoah this way, can't I? I'm going to get 2 of you to come in this direction. One of you is going to march over this way to try and get into Harper's Ferry, and you are going to come with them eventually. I feel like I want to send 2 guys this way. 4 brigades is not very much down here. What we can do is we can pull back. He will then stumble into me again. Or we could be aggressive. Us. Okay. Go back 1 tile. He can't see me. Hopefully he'll stumble forward, attack him, and then maybe we could try and knock him out next turn. These guys will have be able to do prepared attacks and all good things. We shall see. I'm just going to get you to do a bit of backfilling, if you please. Annoying, and you can come down here, and we will look at our play for West Virginia. Awesome. Right, you guys are fine if we want to be. Zoom out a little bit. Head over that way. You guys are just chilling. March down towards that one. Santa Fe Trail 2. When's that? Barclay. Oh, does that get you all the way down here? It does. Excellent. That's really useful. So I'll have 2 of these little garrison units. Not much, but it's something hopefully to help stem the tide. I mean, this terrain's horrible. If I can get down into... Because these aren't really forts. Fort Craig. Be ideal to defend. We shall see. A long ways away. And then, is there anything I particularly want to do with you? I could hit 4. Point. I'm assuming forts can't attack. Just sit there. I want to see what your odds are next turn. You're going to head over here. Bombard Norfolk. You are going to head south to blockade this little line. And what other boats we got? They just dropped. We had one that was from last turn. Good. Let's sail. Then add our gunboat, who is being a raid over there, and we'll have our frigate. It's also going to raid stuff. Hey, Aries, how's it going? How is yourself? This is a new game hype. Hype indeed. I think that's our turn done. Or you can keep going. Please keep going. Can't push into the south of West Virginia. Oh, hang on. Derp, 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 derp. Spend all my points. Okay. Oh, you can't. Oh, okay, we are maxed this. This makes me happy. Production tech's also good. It makes things cheaper. Cheaper things are good. So let's maybe get that going. There's 5 levels, so it's going to be a long, old investment. Other things which you're going to want. Fight better. HQs give bigger bonuses. And what's this one? Build more core. Now, you really want to put more levels in if you can. So I've invested 1 chit in each of these. So what happens? So you get advancement per chit. So put in more money, get it quicker. Fine, that's linear. But also, when you fill up the bar, lose 1 chit. That means if you put 2 in, you get the bonus at this level, and they get it for next level as well. You get more bang for your buck. Skirmishers increase demoralization. This is interesting. There is only 1 level of some of the stuff, so there's obviously less value in putting chits. Let's maybe get our core organization going. And I think I will double down on that. How am I doing? I've got 1200 I can invest. And we're just going to keep doing that. I want my research rocking and rolling as soon as I can. Science for the win. Let's see. Scan, make sure I've not neglected anyone. Oh, I have neglected someone. You. Right, you can get all the way here. Good man. And send him down to Mississippi. Alright, Spain, calm yourself. I probably want to maybe put some, whatchamacallit, diplomacy investments into the Europeans. Oh, I'm getting some new people. Blockade of Norfolk has started. Take that. And that's where we're going to bring this episode to a close. So just capturing the opening stages of the war, first minor engagements, and a tentative push down the road towards Richmond. Well, I suspect we're not going to get particularly far before we run into a Confederate roadblock. I'm enjoying the way the game is shaping up thus far, with real differences in conflict between the more manoeuvre elements out in the west and the more static head-on conflict we're going to see in the east. I'm also really intrigued to start playing around with the kind of naval invasion mechanics to an ability to open up new fronts by dominating the seas. All that being said, that will have to wait till slightly later in the future. If you have enjoyed this first episode, then I would appreciate if you give the video a wee thumbs up. I don't like to ask for it, but it does help on the first one of any given series just to play the algorithm. And if you want to come and see it happen live, then do check the links in the description below for my Twitch channel. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheerio.